Obama's economic recovery statistics are phony. That's what we'll talk about at lunch today. You know, if he can't produce a recovery, what he can do is to convince people there is a recovery by statistics. And you know, the old Mark Twain lie, there are three kinds of lies: lies, damn lies, and statistics. And boy, Obama's economic data is so phony. I ran it by a guy named James Fitzgibbon, who is the head of the Highlander Group, an economist. And we spent a lot of time going through the data, and it's unbelievable how phony his economic data is. Start with the unemployment rate. First of all, the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, decided to change the whole way they measure unemployment rate about 8 months ago. And the result is that nothing they're getting now is comparable to anything in previous years. So when he has the unemployment rate dropping from 8.9 to 8.3, it's really not dropping at all. It's just being measured a new way. And in fact, it's clearly not dropping at all, not just because they're messing with the numerator, the number of unemployed, but they're messing with the denominator too, the total number of people looking for work, because they're constantly counting people who are no longer looking for work and deducting them from the denominator. The percentage of our population that's in the workforce is now the lowest it's been since the 1950s, when a lot of women didn't work. It's absolutely absurd. So Obama's claiming that the number of people looking for work has dropped. Well, that's such a phony statistic. The real number is that unemployment has not dropped at all, and underemployment is about twice the official unemployment rate. Then the administration says there's been a big increase in consumer borrowing, that consumers stopped borrowing, but in late 11 and early 12, they've started again, and they cite increased consumer debt. That is simply because student loans didn't used to be counted, because it used to be part of a separate program, and now it's dumped in with the overall credit statistics, and it drives up the amount being borrowed. The actual amount being borrowed on MasterCard and Visa and American Express is about the same as it's been all recession. He has a big statistic there about how the stock market has moved up. Well, it's moved up a bit, but you've got to remember that stock market volume is down by 36%. Most of the average public has dropped out of the stock market. And what you're looking at now is the statistics from day traders or from institutional traders who really are not individual citizens benefiting from the market and using it to buy new appliances and stuff. They say that car sales have gone up. Well, they haven't. They're absolutely flat. What has gone up is shipments from factories to dealers. And the inventory of the dealers, particularly GM dealers, where the government's probably hyping it, has gone way up. And it sounds like it's an increase in cars sold, but actual sales to the public are completely flat. This recovery that he's touting is absolutely a total and complete fraud. And I wanted to bring you the information. Thanks a lot for watching. Of course, it's President Week, and it's very important that we understand what Washington, Lincoln, and Jefferson meant for this country. I'll be talking about Washington in Saturday's history video. But in the meantime, for children 4 to 8, Eileen and I wrote this book called Dubs Goes to Washington. And it's all about how our golden retriever is looking for balls, his lost ball, and he goes to all the monuments to find it. And in the section on Thomas Jefferson, which has this scale drawing of little dubs down here in big Thomas Jefferson, we write, "All men are created equal," Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Independence's most famous quote. "If people are equal, can it possibly be that dogs are too? Especially me?" Dubs wonders. So go to dickmorris.com or amazon.com and get Dubs Goes to Washington for President's Day.